Hey guys, welcome back to Film Title. Today we'll talk about the most insane moments on Dr. Pimple Popper. Let's head into it. With her Christmas special A Pimple Carol, which aired tonight on TLC, Dr. Pimple Popper is getting into the festive spirit. Dr. Pimple Popper, whose real name is dermatologist Sandra Lee, treated 35-year-old Omar during the episode, who had a tangerine-sized lesion on his forehead since 2008. Because Omar had turned into the Grinch, Ebony, Omar's wife, said her family had ceased participating in Christmas customs, such as family reunions and parties. Ebony also mentioned that in the years since his pregnancy, Omar has grown less outgoing. During the episode, Omar, who is from Columbus, Ohio, remarked, "I just don't want to answer the questions." Dr. Pimple Popper first diagnosed Omar with a lipoma, a fat-filled growth found between the muscle and skin layers of the body. Dr. P discovered Omar had a cyst, a growth loaded with keratin, a substance present in skin cells, once she began operating on him. According to Insider, cysts originate when a hair follicle or an entered portion of the skin becomes clogged with skin cells, which accumulate to form a growth. Number 1. Soft jelly cyst. Dr. Pimple Popper used an injected medication to numb Omar's forehead before slicing into the growth center with a surgical blade. She described the bulge as soft and jelly, which is a common symptom of a cyst. When Dr. P discovered the dazzling white sphere inside the incision she'd made, she gasped, "It does look like a snowball under there." She then squeezed the snowball with her fingers, causing thick white pus to gush out. Lee then gently separated the cyst lining from the fibers that held it in place with scissors and tweezers. The blood-tinted growth on Omar's forehead appeared like a small rubbery pancake when she drew it out. According to Lee, removing the cyst lining reduces regrowth. The cyst was obedient. According to Dr. Pimple Popper, Lee stated Omar's Grinch character was gone once he sewed up his forehead. "Now that the bump is gone, I'm going to be a lot more approachable," Omar stated. During her hour-long wintertime special, the social media famous dermatologist treated 2 more patients. Number 2. Jiggly fatty growth. In her most recent YouTube video, Dr. Sandra Lee excised a huge jiggly lipoma from a woman's back. According to the Mayo Clinic, lipomas are fatty tumors that grow in various regions of the body, between your skin and your muscle, and are ordinarily cancer-free. The patient's left shoulder blade had a melon-sized lipoma that jutted out and created a hump-like appearance. Because of the magnitude of the lipoma, Lee dubbed it Oklahoma-sized. Lee began releasing the soft yellow mass from its skin pocket by making an incision to uncover the lipoma in the video. The patient's tumor, like many lipomas, was soft and malleable, making excision time-consuming and inconvenient. "I just put my palm through it and it tears, making it harder to squeeze out," Lee explained as she slowly dragged the lipoma out. Lee clipped portions of the lump with surgical scissors to make it simpler to remove, but he took care not to cut too deeply to avoid bleeding. She said that pulling the bulk out instead of chopping it out helps to avoid negative side effects and surgical difficulties. Number 3. Melon-sized lipoma. Dr. Pimple Popper sliced into the middle of the lipoma using a surgical blade after numbing it off camera with an injection. Dr. Pimple Popper called the woman's sister over to record the treatment up close as she opened the growth. "Gabby was the name she gave to her sister's lipoma," she explained. Viewers could see the lipoma's yellow fat at the surface of the woman's skin. After Dr. P made the 6-inch incision, Dr. Pimple Popper alternated between cutting and loosening the lipoma with scissors and cauterizing the blood with a cauterizing pen. Dr. P stated of Gabby's upcoming exodus from the woman's back cavity, "Oh, the pop is going to be magnificent." According to Dr. Pimple Popper, she pressed her fingers beneath the lipoma to loosen it from the woman's body and coax it out. The lipoma began to emerge from the surface after a few minutes of light pulling, and Lee was able to pull it out in one piece. She compared the growth to Flubber, a character from the 1990s film Flubber. Once out of the woman's body, the lipoma was the size of a melon. It weighed 1.5 pounds and appeared to be heavier than it was. Dr. Pimple Popper used stitches to seal the cavity. She also scheduled a few more checkups for the patient, as the stitches required some extra attention to prevent them from getting an infection, which would be really tricky to deal with. The patient was a bit worried about it, but after a few more checkups, everything was going according to plan. This brings us to the end of our video. I hope you enjoyed it. Hit like if you did, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel so that you don't miss any of our videos in the future. Also, watch the 2 videos that are on your screen because I'm sure you'll love them. With that, I'll see you in the next video.